Thank you, Kennedy. Samuel?
Yes.
We'll begin by introducing ourselves, yes, so that we get to know who you're dealing with. Yes. My name is Engineer Remui Kayani Samuel. I'm the chairman for this committee. Then we go around, all of us.
Joyce Monywa, specially elected from Daragwa Central, vice chair of this committee.
Mwanginyaga, MCA Kaibaga Ward, majority leader and member of this committee.
Thank you.
He's a Congo member for Wanjohi Ward.
Ashaba Keilo, Jabini Kibru Ward. Yes. My former comrade in County Assembly, first County Assembly. Karibu.
Zenji Kiriga from Lorie Ward, a member of this committee.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. No, it's still morning.
Good afternoon.
My name is Josephine Wakioro. I'm a clerk assistant.
Okay, good morning. And I'm David Gitau, a research officer.
And once again, my name is Kennedy Moneki, legal counsel.
I am Faith Mushiri, a Hansard reporter.
Jaya Kingoli, ICT.
Kimita Njoroge, communication.
Cecilia Ndegwa, ICT.
Gute Daniel, communication.
Morning, Mheshimiwa.
Yes.
Jenga, Sergeant at Arms.
Thank you, Samuel. Feel free.
Yes.
You are addressing some of your former colleagues. I hope Honorable Gashoba has made a disclosure, yes, on conflict of interest, possible conflict of interest, but that notwithstanding, yes, feel very much at home. You've been, yes, here before. Yes. You've vetted other people who appear before you when you're first here. Yes. I want to give you about 5 minutes to introduce yourself. Tell us who you are, where you come from, your academics, your experiences, and more so why you are here and why you feel you qualify for the position you're being vetted for, and which position that is. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Chair. Thank you, members. First, I thank the committee for giving this opportunity to be before you. I am Honorable Samuel Mwangi Duita from Gadaji Ward. I was the first member of County Assembly in the first devolution between 2013 and 2017. I am a father, married, a father of 5 children, and I'm a resident of this county, Nyandarua. I started my early education in Iwamete Primary School back in 1976. I did my CPE then in 1983. In 1984, I joined Daragwa High School. By that time, it was a mixed secondary school, and did my CSE in 1987. I thereafter joined institution training in animal health and industrial training, and government institution in Kirinyaga, Ahiti Doba. I graduated in 1990 with a credit certificate in animal health. And thereafter, academically, I joined Laikipia University in 2014 and graduated in 2017 with Bachelor of Science degree in Community Development. So today I'm here before this committee, being had been nominated in the position of member, Nyandarua County Trade Development and Investment Authority. I applied for the position. I went for an interview, and I was thereafter. I'm glad that I was among the people who were selected to be in that board. And today I'm appearing before this committee. And I hope the committee will assess my suitability. And I can say that I am capable of that position. One, I say that I apply for that position because I have seen that in this county, when this board, this position of the board arised, I felt that Nyandarua County, other counties, they are proud, and everywhere they are talking of their cash crops, they are talking of these things. And when we come to cash crops, they have seen that there is so many people to fight for that cash crop to be marketed, investors to come in and to develop that county. But since we don't have a tangible cash crop, Nyandarua seem to be not in the limelight of somebody championing for the welfare of the products of Nyandarua. And in that line, I feel that being in that member of that board, this board can now start championing for this trade marketing of these products, the trade. We can find some investors to come, and thus release revenue, and we create job opportunities to our people. Thank you.
And thank you, Samuel.
Yes.
And now we'll open the plenary for some questions, and I can start. Maybe you also let us know how did you know about the position? And in addition to that, what are the roles and functions of a member of the Nyandarua County Trade Development and Investment Authority?
Okay, I came to learn about the position through a newsprint in a Daily Nation. And so I applied, that was in June, and I applied for the position. I actually remember the deadline was on 30th June to apply. So I came to run through the newsprint in the Daily Nation. So the rule and the response of the board, one, when I went through the artifact, I understood that in this board, one of the rules and the responsibility of me as a member of the board and the board as a whole is first to advise the CEC member responsible for the docket on policy matters and on plans that can be undertaken so that trade and investment in this county can develop in line with the national and international rules and regulations. Two, it is to open or to fight investors, to woo investors, both local and the outside investors, to come and invest in the county, so that through the investment, we can create job opportunities for our people. The other one is to come and try to analyze and look to the already existing opportunities within the county, the programs that are there. How can we support these programs so that they can meet the maximum utilization for the benefit of the county? So the other role of the board is to look for investors outside. We partner with the private or the public or international or donors so that we can fight these investors to come in to our county. So we start by making people know Nyandarua in the right way. If you have to sell something and people come and invest their money, you must make sure that you have built confidence with those investors to come so that they can come. So as the board must first build confidence with the outside world and with the other people, those people who are Nyandaruans and have moved outside, that now Nyandarua is a good place to invest in. Thank you.
Thank you, Samuel, and welcome. Maybe just because you said you come from this county,
Yes.
I believe you really understand the topography, the ecology, opportunities, and the environmental factors within our county. What are these sectors on merit? Maybe 1, 2, 3. What are the sectors that are best suited in attracting foreign direct investment?
Okay, thank you. Through the chair, it is true. I understand the dynamics and the county, both in geographical, climatic, and the socially. I can confidently tell this county, this committee, that Nyandarua County is one of the potential counties. Let's talk of within the Mount Kenya region. One, it is only in Nyandarua County, within this, where you can get, the land is available. And as a factor, land is a factor of investment. It is in Nyandarua you can get land. If you talk of 20 acres of land, 50 acres of land, either you buy or to be leased, you can get it in Nyandarua. Land that is free. Two, there is this ecological and climatical condition. It is a high potential area in Nyandarua. If you invest in Nyandarua, you don't have to go and start looking for where you get some of this water. Where there is no, those, it is both in security-wise and everything. So those are the factors that favors Nyandarua in investment. The last, you have talked of the last one is Nyandarua. There is a lot of produce, diverse produce in Nyandarua, especially the horticultural produce. There is no other county in this Republic of Kenya where you can get all this diverse horticultural produce in one county, where especially they are produced naturally. If you go to other counties, you get, if you have to get those horticulture products, you have to do a lot of work, greenhousing, whatever. But in Nyandarua County, you can invest at the lowest cost and get the maximum production. So that one is an aspect that I should sell to the investor.
Okay, thank you. Samuel, let me take this opportunity to welcome you here.
Yes.
I don't have much to ask you, but I want, first of all, to congratulate you. I've looked at your academic journey, and I see you made very serious, big steps, especially to go back to school when you are a member of County Assembly. That was very good. Maybe I know you have read the law that has enabled you to come here. That is Nyandarua County Development, that is Nyandarua County Trade Development and Investment Authority, under which it will give you power when you are, if in case you are through, and you have been able to look at the functions.
Yes.
Outside that, my concern is now, one, what would you be proud of that you are able to achieve for the 5 years when you are a member of County Assembly for Nyandarua? And as you answer that, how are you going to, did you vie in the last general election?
Yes.
How are you going to balance, assuming you go through, and there is your political ambitions for Gathanji Ward?
Yes.
How are you going to balance and avoid conflict between yourself as you undertake this mandate and your political ambition, and even the current member of the County Assembly?
Thank you, Chair. Through the Chair, I can start from the last question. I think in politics, I'm one of these people who never take politics in heart. If you go back to Gadhaji, if you go to the member of the County Assembly who is here, the other specially nominated member who is still here, they can confirm to that. In fact, up to the last minute and up to now, I was supporting them in that politics. I was telling them, this one, the politics is just God-given position. You know from that position what will you do with it before you come out from that position, and what will people say you did when you are not there. So from that, I see that I cannot have any conflict of interest from now. If you ask them where I have been since I was lost, they cannot tell you where I have been. We have been meeting, taking tea, not talking anything. I kept a low profile because you have your chance. Give the elected member their chance. They do what they can do. And from that, I think from that, if you go that line, that is why I think God is giving me another chance to be on the other side. The other one is I can be proud as a member of the First County Assembly. In fact, I was talking with the member here and other members. I was telling him, in this assembly, the first assembly, we sacrificed a lot. We were working overnight. I remember not twice, not thrice, I was in the budget committee. We were in the budget committee meeting in Naivasha at 3 a.m. at night, compiling a report. The following day, by 9 a.m., we did a report in the assembly. We had been working there. I think if we try to tell people of this assembly, the members, honorable members, how the first assembly looked like, you cannot believe. We are sitting in a church. Those were our chairs. Yeah? And we could come, out of 40 people, we could come 39, 40, 37. So, and I'm proud that, in fact, if you go through the Hassan, if you go from what the assembly did, there is no one day you can miss my contribution in the assembly.
Thank you, Samuel.
Yes.
That's enough for now. I think the fact that you operated for my church made you a good man.
Yes.
Honorable Milka.
Thank you, Chairman Samuel. My name is Milka Wanjiru, elected member for Kirita Ward, the only elected woman in this assembly. Welcome to the assembly. And I don't have much, but Nyandarua is a tourism hub that has not been utilized. There are various tourism destinations. As a member of Trade Fund, can you tell us what you would do to ensure that this potential of Nyandarua is fully utilized? Just one example. Thank you.
Thank you. Through the chair, I can say that it is true Nyandarua has so many areas where we can exploit it in tourism. And I can remember that during our tenure, there was the White Ferry in the Wajohi areas, Kipepeli. So, and we were trying to exploit those as a destination, tourism destinations. There was another fall. We are going up the mountain to fight there. All in all, if you look in the tourist destination, Mr. Chairman, as what we can attract, we may take a time to develop tourism in this county. Why am I saying that? I think some of you had been having an opportunity to move out of this country. I have moved even after this. And they have seen that people create their own tourism attraction sites. They create. What do I say? If we today create a garden with everything, something that can be looked at along this Nyahururu Girigiri Road, the county have about 3 acres and is developed that garden, everything with all, even those things like in museums. you find that somebody moving along that road, they must have a stopover and get in there, and we get revenue. So we have so many ways we can, cheaper ways, we can create tourism attraction sites, and we collect revenue. Thank you.
Samuel, you're doing well. Honorable Gashomba, who is your colleague, will come in after Honorable Tenji so that he can wrap it up for us.
Thank you, Chair. Samuel, I'm delighted to hear that you are once in this county assembly, yes, in the leadership of the Nyandarua County.
Yes.
I'm also glad to see that now you are intending to come back,
yes,
where I believe you will be.
Yes.
My question regards to the discipline that is in the constitution.
Yes.
I just want to know, Mr. Our honorable, because you are honorable, yes, even as at now, with the reference to the requirements of Chapter 6,
yes,
of the Constitution,
yes,
Constitution, in matters of integrity and corruption,
yes,
and the bribery, how have you fought it in the past? Because you were once in the leadership. Thank you.
Thank you, through the chair. I think that question from is a bit tricky because I believe integrity and corruption. Integrity starts with somebody. However much we put measures to curb integrity, to prevent corruptions, outright, they may yield less if we don't change our hearts. If people cannot change their own hearts, just from the beginning, sometimes I was saying that you are breeding corruption from those young children, our children. You tell a child to go collect this water for you, you give her sweet. So you grow knowing that to get this for you, there must be something else that is to be given back. So I think integrity, setting measures, and looking for people, and actually people who know that today they don't want to be in that office just to get what they get, but they want to be in that office. So at one time, when they will go back to that office, people will say, Doita was in this office, and they did this and this. When I was in this assembly, even today, when I was coming, I could greet somebody and could feel free. Because when I was there, I lived to my own integrity, so that everybody now today would not feel bad associated with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Gashomba.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. The Honorable Chair, thank you. Honorable Doita.
Yes.
You have your history.
Yes.
In my colleague, my classmate. I have just one question.
Yes.
We have Mindred Company.
Yes.
In our first assembly,
yes,
you are aware that I brought a petition.
Yes.
So that you can be able to revive the Mindred.
Yes.
To help us in terms of value chain.
Yes.
You are aware the national government has been flooding Western Province. Umia sugar, Sone sugar, coffee sector, even if they steal money from our people. Why Nyandarua? And if that land belongs to a person like you, or me or anybody else, can't we revive that company for the benefit of our people? Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Gashomba must be very passionate about Mindred. By that petition, I can confirm I was a member of that committee, which was now handling the petition by Honorable Gashomba, and we invited the responsible people there. Then we invited who was the minister, then Kirwa. We invited the person who was conflicted, Honorable Kemunya. We invited somebody else who was the PS from Melu. And actually, in the committee report, we agreed, if it is tabled to this committee today, we agreed that the county government of Nyandarua should have 51% chairs. Then other 49% shares should be go to other people. We agreed that as we are talking, the national government should also bring in that money after now the county government has taken the 41%, the 51% shares. So nobody should claim from that point that you are giving this money to a private company. And that is why we committed for the 51% shares.
Thank you. Now that you're coming to the board,
yes,
maybe that will be an action point for you to follow up.
Yes.
From where you left it, I can assure you that Gashoba did not take it further than that.
Yes.
So when you can come on board,
yes,
help him
okay,
actualize that vision.
Thank you.
Just want to ask a very general question.
Yes.
I've looked at your CV.
Yes.
Who are your reference?
My reference is Father Simon Mwangi.
Say again?
I have Father Simon Mwangi and Father James Gisheshe. I have Dr. Peles Kamau, and I have Engineer Ephraim Geshohe.
How many do you have?
In the CV, now the CV I have the CV in the file I have 3. The form, this questionnaire form, I have 3. So I omitted Father Simon Mwangi. I put James Gesheshe.
Why did you omit Father Mwangi? You didn't find him important.
Because the form was very clear, non-relative.
So this one you've written 3, they are all your relatives?
No, Father Simon Mwangi, we are related somehow. So because this was very specific form.
You don't need to explain further. Yes. I just wanted to be sure that this was your CV.
Yes.
And that you filled this,
yes,
just to be sure that nobody filled it,
yes,
for you along the roadside.
Yes.
Samuel, we don't want to take it further than that.
Yes.
I know you've been here long enough.
Yes.
Waiting for this interview.
Yes.
I will let you go.
Yes.
The committee will be retreating to do a report. We've listened to you.
Yes.
You have been interviewed before by the board that the team that interviewed you.
Yes.
We've heard you. We'll be retreating to do a report.
Okay.
And once we do that report, should we require any further clarification? I know you'll be within reach.
Yes.
And we'll be able to do the needful. So in that regard, I'll ask your former colleague, the Honorable James K. Gashoba, to escort you. I understand you went to do budget making until 3 a.m.
Yes.
And I bet
That's
he
true.
was the chair.
Yes.
And both of you were coming from a church,
yes,
operating from a church.
Yes.
So you must have had a lot of godliness in you.
Okay,
so let me ask him to see you off and
okay,
probably usher you for a cup of tea.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe you have a closing remark?
Okay. Thank you. Through the chair, I can thank the committee for giving the opportunity to be heard. I can also thank the committee to be friendly. Actually, it was one of the friendly committees I have seen recently. And I hope that if given the opportunity, the committee will work with the committee because it is responsible for the docket. And I know that I will never let you down. You will not regret and ask, how did this person come to this board?
Thank you. We wish you well, Honorable Gashomba. Thank you. Make sure he gets a cup of tea. As we do that, ensure that you have all your original documents with you before you leave this. And Sergeant, as you usher him off, kindly bring in the next candidate.